Welcome back to the only place where arrogance gets cooked and racism gets its coffin nailed shut. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe because this story, it's about to detonate. The school was spotless, halls smelling like bleach and entitlement, walls covered with trophies that screamed, "We're better than you." Into this glittery zoo walked Nia, a quiet black girl who didn't bother with the fake smiles and plastic laughter that oozed through every corner. She kept to herself, books tight to her chest, sneakers scuffing the waxed floor. But silence? Silence in a place like this is blood in the water. That's when Trevor, the smug blonde poster boy for mediocrity wrapped in privilege, decided to make her his target practice. Yo, did housekeeping forget to clean up? Oh, wait, that's just Naya. He smirked loud enough for the walls to hear. His friends cackled like hyenas choking on bad cologne. Another one chimed in, "Careful, she might steal your backpack and call it reparations." The cafeteria echoed with laughter, cruel and sharp. In the locker room, they mimicked her voice, dragging every syllable like it was a comedy routine. In class, they passed notes with cartoons of her drawn as a gorilla. Teachers, they looked the other way. Cowards in cardigans. Every step Nia took was shadowed by their venom. Yet, through the mockery and the milk spilled on her desk, her stare stayed steel, unrateable. Because what these clowns didn't realize was that the girl they were spitting on was holding a card that would shatter their smug little empire. If you're feeling the heat of this story already, smash that like and subscribe. The torment only sharpened. Trevor and his cronies treated Naya like a living prop in their twisted comedy show. One afternoon in the gym, he kicked her bag across the floor, laughing, "Fetch, doggy!" His buddies howled, tossing it between them like a game of dodgeball while the whole class watched. Some laughed, others looked away, too spineless to step in. Then came the day they cornered her near the science lab. Trevor leaned in close, reeking of arrogance and mint gum. "Tell me, Nia, what's it like being a charity case? Do you wash teachers' cars for tuition?" He flicked a penny at her shoes like she was a beggar on a street corner. His friends doubled over, clutching their stomachs, one even recording it on his phone for entertainment. But here's the crack in their little circus. Nia never reacted, not once. She didn't beg, didn't cry, didn't explode. She just stared back, calm as a locked safe, her silence cutting sharper than any comeback could. And every time she walked away with her head still high, Trevor grew more desperate to break her. His insults grew filthier, his stunts nastier. Yet Nia, she carried a secret heavier than all their cruelty combined. Behind that calm face was a truth that could bulldoze the entire school's hierarchy. But she wasn't ready to unleash it. Yet. Golden Stories family, if this twist already has you hooked, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Trevor's obsession with breaking Nia went nuclear. He staged a scene in the cafeteria, loud enough for every ear. Standing on a chair, he pointed at her tray and sneered. "Look at that, fried chicken and watermelon, straight from the family cookbook." His pack roared, pounding tables, recording it like they'd just discovered comedy gold. The cafeteria shook with laughter, but Nia didn't move. She picked up her fork, sliced into her food, and ate with the elegance of royalty at a banquet. That calm, unbothered face, it rattled Trevor. He wanted her broken, not untouched. That night, though, his little stunt traveled faster than he thought. The video hit socials, bouncing out of the school bubble into feeds that mattered. "Spoiled prep kids harassing a black student" was the headline. At first, Trevor laughed, bragging it was just clout. But the laughter died quick when reporters started circling Fagan, when strangers began tagging big names, when whispers about who Nia really is started buzzing louder than the bullying itself. The whispers turned into shockwaves the next morning. Teachers were pulled aside, the principal's office went into panic mode, and Trevor walked into school grinning, completely clueless about the storm about to chew him up. Because while he thought he was humiliating some nobody, what he didn't know was that Nia wasn't just another student. Her bloodline alone was enough to scorch every last racist word off his tongue. Golden Stories crew, if this tension is slicing through you, smash that like button. By the next morning, the school parking lot looked like a crime scene. Reporter vans lined up, cameras flashing, microphones shoved in faces. Students whispered, phones out, feeds blowing up with hashtags carrying Naya's name. Trevor strutted in, chest out, rehearsing his next insult until the intercom cracked alive. All students to the auditorium immediately. The walls vibrated with curiosity. The stage lights hit, and there she was, Nia, standing tall beside her father. Not just any father. The billionaire tech mogul, global philanthropist, and civil rights giant, Malcolm Osei, the man whose face was plastered on billboards, whose voice had echoed in the UN, whose power made presidents bow their heads. Gasps tore through the auditorium like a thunderclap. Trevor's smirk evaporated. His friends sank into their seats. Malcolm spoke, his voice calm but heavy. You mocked my daughter because of her skin, her roots, her strength. You thought she was beneath you. Today you learn that racism always eats its own tail. He revealed the recordings, the screenshots, the evidence of weeks of abuse, every slur, every shove, every cruel laugh. Projected on the big screen, the bullies' faces glowed larger than life, forever immortalized in shame. Students cheered, parents fumed, teachers stared at the ground. Trevor, pale as chalk, tried to shrink in his seat, but the cameras found him. National headlines swallowed him whole. His college applications? Ashes. His reputation? Nuclear fallout. Nia didn't gloat, she simply smiled, her silence now the loudest roar. Golden stories. And that's how humiliation served itself piping hot. If you felt every sting of this downfall, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's always fun here.